Going to be part 2 for lesson 16-5. So here's the deal. I wanted to take a look at the trickiest questions on the computer that you're going to be working with. And I just want to explain some vocabulary and the skills that you're going to need to do them. So these would be like examples of like the first 2 questions that you're going to have to do. Okay, so this hopefully will help. So they're going to show me like, just say it's a 3 by 8. And they say, okay, describe which rectangle has the same area. So the first thing I would say is, well, before I do the same area, I have to figure out this rectangle. So what I would suggest doing, first of all, is you're going to need paper here, and you're going to be drawing little rectangles. It doesn't matter what they look like. Draw the sides, write the area, write the perimeter, and it will help you do some figuring, because doing this in your head would probably be just too much. I know it's too much for me. So let's check it out. So first thing I need to do is find the area. So I say a 3 by 8. Let's go by 8. 8 and 8 are 16, 24. So my area is going to be 24. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is, and also I have to know which one is a greater perimeter, so I should figure out the perimeter too. Okay, so if I have 8 and 8 are 16, and 3 plus 3 are 6, my perimeter is going to be 22. All right. Now, let's see. So my area is 22, my perimeter is 24. Now I have to look at these choices. So let's see. Is the area 24? Would that be the same as 3 by 10? It can't be, because 3 by 10 is 30. Let's get rid of that one. Is my area 3 by 10? We just said no, it can't be. Is my area 6 by 4? With the given rectangle, this means the given rectangle, the first one, has a greater perimeter, or a 6 by 4 with the new rectangle has the greater perimeter. So now I know the area of these are 24, but I don't know the perimeter. So this is where you're going to take on your piece of paper, just draw out a simple little 6 by 4. It doesn't really matter what it looks like or anything like that, as long as you have your math, right? So 6 and 6 is 12, 4 and 4 is 8, and when I put those together, I'm going to get 20. So my perimeter for this new one is 20. So the perimeter of this one was 22. The perimeter of this one is 20. So the first rectangle is greater. So that means the given rectangle. This would be the new rectangle. So this would be the given rectangle. So it would have to be choice C. A little confusing, but once you get the hang of one, you should be able to do the next one. It's very similar. Okay, so same thing. It's going to be a similar question, and I'm looking at it now, and it says, okay, so it's this. Which one is the same area? And then compare the perimeters. So I got a 4 by 5. Let's go by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. And let's figure out the perimeter while we're here. So the opposite sides will be equal. So we'll go 5 and 5 are 10. 4 and 4 are 8. 10 plus 8 is going to be 18. So the area is 20, the perimeter is 18. So let's get rid of the ones, first of all, that don't even have an area of 20. So 10 by 2 is 20, so it could be that one. 10 by 2 is 20, so it could be that one. 6 by 4, 6, 12, 18, 24, couldn't be C. 6 by 4, 6, 12, 18, 24. Obviously, I just did that. I don't know why I did that twice. Duh. Couldn't be that one. Okay, so those are gone. And now I say, okay, well, the given rectangle has a greater perimeter, or the new rectangle has a greater perimeter? And, well, I don't know. So I got to figure out. So what is the perimeter of a 10 by 2? So this is, again, just find some space on your piece of paper, and we say, okay, if I have a 2 by 10, that side's 10, that side's 10, that side's 2, that side's 2, 10, 20, 22, 24. So the given one was 18. The new rectangle has a perimeter of 24, so it must be that one. And just double check. Okay, is my area 20? Yes. Is the perimeter greater? Sure. Okay. And those are the two hardest ones. So given means they're talking about the one that they show you. And then on question number, one of the questions, I changed my answers around. So the kids in the other classes, you're going to see a question that looks like this, where it's a fraction. And to write in the fraction, to write in your answer, when you click on, make sure you can see that. When you click on this little box here, there's going to be boxes that pop up on the bottom, okay? So if you click on the very first one, it's going to turn it into, let me just see if I can do that. It's going to turn it into, if you can see right there, a fraction. Then you'll be able to put it in as a fraction for the area of it. Okay, so that was a little tricky to figure out at first, okay? Guys, and then I hope this helps, and do your best. And if your one is just really confusing, don't let it get the better of you. Just skip it, and you should be good. All right?